Okay, let's keep on keeping on with the scope. So I had a cool idea for what we could do for the bottom of this piece here. For now, let's go ahead and duplicate it with Shift D, right click to cancel, and then / on the number pad to isolate it. Now what I think I'm going to do is run a knife cut through here. So K, Z, click and press enter. And I'm just going to go ahead and press Control B, give this a nice bevel. Maybe something like that will be okay. Then I'm going to run another knife through here since we can't add any loops with an n-gon there. So we'll run another knife through that. And all I want to take here is from that face, hold Control up to this face. So I'm just going to invert the selection with Control I and delete everything else out. So now I kind of have this here. Now first thing I'm going to do is tab into vertex mode. Let's bevel these vertices with Control Shift and B. Make it nice and rounded. We'll press C to enable clamp so it doesn't intersect. Like that, and then we're going to have to select everything because we're going to have a duplicate vertex right here because it merged at the same point without merging them automatically. M and then merge by distance, you're going to see we removed a vertex there. Now on the other side we want to do the same thing. Merge that together. Then let's go ahead and let's recalculate the normals. They might be incorrectly flipped. As you can see, they were. And you can also tell a bit by the shading. The shading is a little bit better when you flip them. It matches more of the grayish color that the solid view has. Now let's just go ahead and add on a solidify modifier and pull it out this way and just get rid of the bevel for now. I'm going to move this over on the x-axis like this. Let's add a few more. We're going to go ahead and just array maybe like 3. And let's go ahead and just scale them in a bit. And what I'm going to do is shift select this piece, and we're going to basically run a Boolean union here. So Control plus on the number pad to run a union, and we're going to move the bevel up there. So now we kind of have this cool effect. However, for this piece, we're probably going to end up having to go destructive on it simply because this cleanup has no easy solution with just with the way this is positioned. Now what I could try just before we do go destructive is I could try moving this, seeing if it helps at all, but at the end of the day we're probably going to have to merge this stuff manually. So I'm just going to move this cutter to the cutters collection. Let's just go ahead and give in. We're going to go ahead and apply the Boolean here. Of course we're going to leave the bevel, and now we just really have to get in here and get these merged. As you can see, you know what we might be able to do, you can see these vertices are really close to hitting. So we might be able to keep this non-destructive actually, because if I just move this ever so slightly down, maybe we could go into wireframe view to even look at it. So select this piece, go into wireframe, and let's just see, maybe we can get away with keeping this non-destructive. Can we move this down? Right to the point where they intersect, and we can use a weld modifier, which basically merges the vertices that are close to non-destructively. So add on a weld modifier, hold shift and increase the distance, and it doesn't look like this is doing any sort of magic for us now, is it? Yeah, this isn't helping us too much. I thought I'd try just to see, but you know, this might not end up working. It was worth a try, but let's see, is there anything I can do here with the weld? Actually, I think I see what the problem was. I'll leave it in the video just because this is a silly issue. I think I added the weld to the cutter instead of the main piece. That might have been the issue as a matter of fact. But still, I'm not too sure how well the weld's going to work in this case. Let's move it above the bevel here. Now you can see without the weld, these guys are overlapping. With the weld, they all kind of fuse together. Let's turn off wireframe, see if it worked. Look at that, it actually did. I think we might be able to leave this non-destructive using the weld modifier. Only thing is this big stretch we have going on. Let's try a weighted normal instead. The weighted normal might clean that up instead of hardened normals. I don't really know why, because weighted normal is supposed to be the same thing, or hardened normal is supposed to be the same thing as a weighted normal, but in this case it didn't actually work as expected. So maybe someone can message me and tell me why that is. It's interesting, but if all else fails, drop on a weighted normal and you'll be good to go. So we got quite lucky there. We were able to leave this whole thing non-destructive, so I'm happy about that. So now we can change this whenever we need to without the geometry going crazy. So I'm going to move this to the cutters collection. And actually, we don't need this weld modifier. Let's just delete that. Move it. Delete the weld modifier on the cutter, that is, and not the main piece, because I just accidentally put it on the cutter. And move that to the cutters collection, and now we have that cool little design there on the bottom. Okay, so in the next video we're going to complete up most of the scope, at least for now, by adding a lens here to the front. So I'll see you in the next video.